Well, number 10. Oh, not down this route, of course. The last in series 1, we're going to make this, of Better Late and Clever. We've got it on there. And this is our logo, which is really fantastic. And here we are today in North House Studios, finishing it off. It's been a great while. We haven't done it for a lot, but we do have another exhibition to attend where we're going to get a chance of another award. How good is that? It's been really good, and we put this together because we've had over the while we've had some stuff that's not gone in because of the type of filming that they've been, and you'll notice that we've got quite a few of group shots with the coverage in company, and this is because of the people who were delivering it. They wanted it like that. The other thing we should mention is that this idea, as you'll spot, my mother or my grandfather or my grandmother used to say, and then they would say it, they are selfies, and they are made as selfies by the people who can't figure out mobile phones, but we're getting there, folks. And they're just snippets. And we have a lovely interview that we're going to see about an old character from Brynmawr Market, just to finish us off in this final episode in series 1. We've had a really, really good time. I've just loved every minute of it. It's been good. And what is nice is that as it's been more, there's been more people getting involved in it and knowing about it. They've contributed, which is really good. They've come up with things to do, and they've come up with things to say. And if you start them off we go with these stories that are fantastic. Bit of history. So we've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the series. You know, we've done some fabulous stuff, and we've the cars that you started with lumps of iron as starting handles and all those kind of things, and toilets on the bottom of the garden, and really, really good, cool stuff. And we got more lined up, and we'll get to it. And of course, mustn't we forget the D-Day celebrations? They were quite awesome. So join us for series 2 when we start it. And I'll just say goodbye at the end of this, because this is going to be the end of series 1. Well, we have a couple of clips coming up of this is something my mother said. Now, the sort of thing that we mean is this. My mother used to say, if you fall off that chair and break your leg, don't come running to me. Now, yeah, okay, ma'am. Now we've got a few of those just as tasters for this one. We got some other ones slightly longer, slightly different that are coming up in series 2. We're going to keep this going, and the idea just occurred to us. And then when I say just occurred to us, I mean like 18 seconds ago. If you have or will make a selfie of something your mother said, you can send it to me on my website, on my webpage, or onto my Facebook. My web address is Pete Newman 007 at AOL.com. Just take a selfie. Just a selfie. Send it in. We'll include it in series 2.
My nan used to say to me, give me my hand.
This is something my mother used to say. If you don't stop crying, I'll give you something to cry for.
I thought of something my mother used to say. She used to come in on a windy day, cold in the night times, maybe it was raining, and she'd shudder and she'd say, it's a lazy wind out there tonight. And what she meant by that was the wind was so lazy that it didn't bother to go around you, it went straight through you. And it made your bones really cold and you shivered.
Well, my mother used to say, when I wanted to know when was something going to happen, she'd say, well, it'll be as Asquith said, you'll have to wait and see.
My mother used to say, as I came home from school, don't take a coat off, I want you to take these cakes too, and then I'd have a long list of people to deliver cakes to.
Excellent.
My mother used to say, if I asked what's for tea, she'd say Scotch mist.
Ah, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah. And my mother used to say, this is not an hotel and I'm not your slave.
Oh, right. Oh.
Now, this is something that my grandmother used to say rather than my mother. And she said it nearly every other phrase that she uttered. She'd say, oh, now what was I going to say in a big hurry?
If I was looking for a pair of socks in the drawer, my mother used to say, are they going to jump out and bite you?
Oh, yes. Yes.
My mother used to say in Devon, let's have some, no, we're going to have orts for tea or dinner or whatever. And what it was, you looked in the fridge, well, they didn't have a fridge. You looked in the food cupboard.
Or the pantry.
Yeah, the pantry or whatever. And whatever there was there, like a bit of cauliflower, a bit of meat, a bit of gravy, all would be made into something.
Yeah.
And it was called orts, which is, I don't know, 15th, 16th century word or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Strange.
Bit like bubble and squeak.
So here's the interview. Fabulous. Take a look. You'll think it's a mistake when you see it first. It's not. These photographs that we're coming across, oh, when was the date? Who knows? Except with these that you'll see, hey, they got the date on the back. So it's a nice little interview about the famous man in Brimo. So enjoy that. Right, here we go. We're dealing this afternoon with a trip back to about the 50s and a very famous in Brimo market trader called Jimmy. Unfortunately, Jimmy did not have a nickname, so we're stuck with Jimmy. And Marion is going to tell us about her experience with buying stuff and using it from Jimmy.
I'm trying to get things out of it. Jimmy had a stall in the market, and I was interested in dressmaking at that time. Because my daughter, I couldn't get outfits for her. She was too small, so I used to make them. And
So, let me do that. This is that.
that's
isn't it?
that, yeah.
That's that. We got the date on it. Oh, great. That's good. Date is on the back. Yeah, there we are. That's the top. Oh, she looks tiny in the photo there, doesn't she? Right. So you made that for her,
This is the first one.
right? Wait a minute. This is the
I didn't make that one though. My supervisor in work.
yeah.
I used to work in the factory in Bromley.
Right.
James Darby it was called. We used to make post office coats, you know, like the khaki coats.
Oh,
and
yeah,
all that
yeah.
type of thing. So
And that was the dress that you got married
that's
in.
guy I got married in. My supervisor said I was getting married and I had this material and I was asking her some advice. And she said if I fetched it in, she would make it for me.
That's very good.
So
That's cool. But that was the time, wasn't it? I mean, nowadays, who would think of making their own wedding dress? I don't think of getting it made. Nobody would they? They'd be all-
we couldn't afford it in those
Exactly.
days.
So what kind of material did he sell?
That was a lilac satin and it had like flowery in it, like flowers and leaves, you know, but it was all in lilac and just that, how can I explain, you know, the pencil
Yeah.
mark
Yeah.
in it to show it was there.
Oh, right. Did you buy that from his house or from the market?
That was from his house, that was.
Is it?
Yeah. It was a couple of doors up from, oh God, I can't remember what's the name of it. I said the King William.
Oh, right.
In
Yeah, that's right. We all know it by the pub.
The King
Yeah.
William in Glamorgan
And
Street.
how many years did he work the market? Was he on there a long time?
God, he was there, well, I could think about a good 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what did he have else? Did he have just dress material in his house or did
He had curtain material, dress material, all different, you know, the checks you used to make the Yorkie, was it Yorkie trousers they used to call
Yeah.
them? They used to have that to make Yorkie trousers because we couldn't get them for the
Did you?
children.
I got something in my head. It's something about the Bay City Rollers.
Yeah, that's when the
trousers.
Bay City Rollers
Yeah, that
came
was
out.
it, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah.
That's it. And they had
My daughter was one of the fans when she...
Oh, right. And that was round the turnips, wasn't it? Tartan round the turnips. That's right.
yeah.
Aye, that's right. So yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, they're still alive today, but they're not getting any money out of their songs. That's a different story.
Yeah.
So was he cheap?
Yes, he was. That's why I used to go to him.
And did he change lines at Christmas?
No, well, his one room is like a front room, you know, of a house. And it was full of rolls of different types of cloth.
Oh, right.
So then he had the stall on the market. So you know,
It was Saturday morning, wasn't it?
Saturday morning on the market.
Yeah.
But you could go to the house most
all the
days, like if you're there.
Well, the coincidence with this is, of course, is that I used to be a market trader when I was different colour hair and all sorts of things. And I used to travel to Brimmer on a Saturday morning and work the market with ladies' dress material. But it's a little bit further on than this. I think it was a bit not after Jimmy, but later on, because I used to sell Crimpline, Cortel, and Lurex. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Those things on there. The Lurex was the one with the sparkly.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, he used to have his stall. You know where Wesley House is?
Yes.
It was about the first stall were there.
Well, I used to have a stall on where the house is back onto the car park from Alma Street. I used to I park my van by there and work on a Saturday. There was another feature of Brimmer Market, of course, that time, which is really gone, and that was a farmer's market indoor. It was,
there was one outside and one inside.
That's right. But the one inside was super because they used to sell butter in the pats, didn't they? And eggs and bacon.
It was all the farmers stuff. Yeah.
It was really, really cool. Honestly.
I used to have all my veg off one of the farms.
That's right.
Yeah. To deliver like.
Brimmer Market was good, but this is good with the pictures to show these things, and we've got another couple of pictures that we'll put on, take bigger of them, and put it in. But that's very good. So that's it. Thanks for watching. We've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it. End of the series. And this final episode is really in memory of one of the better late and clever ladies who was sadly passed, but whose ideas as contributions really created the thing about what my mother used to say. And that's in memory of Mary Steele. We appreciate what she said. Well, thanks very much for being supportive. We have amassed about a couple of people who would like to watch us and see us. It's been great, and I'll see you in number 2.